Hello, my name is Jake, and I did my research project on the kelping of whales. So, kelping, what is it? So, kelping is a type of behavior that is exhibited in whales, mainly seen in humpback whales, where the whale will play with a piece of kelp, move it around between their fins, roll around in it, and even wear it like a hat. And this new study was classified or characterized as a global phenomenon. So, who studied kelping? So, Olaf Meinecke studied kelping. He believed he believes that whales can continue kelping for roughly 30 to 40 minutes. And he quoted, "That's quite a lot of time to just spend with a little piece of algae." He also said it looked like there had to be more to it. He believed that there were other reasons to why just a whale would be messing with a piece of seaweed. So where was kelping studied? So Meinecke studied off the coast of Alaska, Canada, French Polynesia, and mainland USA. And when did he study kelping? Or when was kelping studied? Kelping was first studied or observed in 2007 and was mainly seen in baleen species, such as gray, northern, southern, and right whales. More videos and readings of kelping intrigued Meinecke more and more around 2012, where he further pursued to study this topic. So, what whales do kelping? So, through his research, Meinecke discovered and interacted with 163 baleen whales, where he observed 95 events were humpback whales, which were the most prominent out of his research. 2 events were gray whales, 2 events were southern right whales, and 1 event was northern right whales. And he came to the conclusion that 53% of the whales were adults, 14% were calves, 1% were subadults, and 32% were unidentified sizes. And how did Meinecke study kelping? So he originally analyzed 3 instances or sources of kelping off the east coast of Australia. He then analyzed more than 100 documented interactions with seaweed and whales across the world. He then later used and analyzed drone footage and pictures to use as an aerial observation for studying kelping. And how do whales even kelp? So, as seen in the image, the whale will put the piece of seaweed or kelp on top of the nose or at the front and wear it like a hat. Other places that the whale will put the seaweed or kelp is on the pectoral or dorsal fin, or even on the flukes or tails. So why do whales even do kelping, or why do whales kelp? So one thought is the whales make hats out of seaweed, and this is used to scratch their heads rather than the whale, such as gray whales, approaching whale watching boats and nudging it just to get a tickle off of their nose. Another thought is skincare. So the seaweed would act like a cleansing face mask, and seaweed actually has antimicrobial properties. This reduces levels of bacteria, and even rubbing the seaweed across their bodies may dislodge any parasites, shed any bacteria, or viral growths. This can also prevent the whale from becoming overgrown with any sea lice or skin infections. Another thought to why whales do kelping is they're just playing with the piece of seaweed. Gives them something to do in the ocean. This can also serve other additional purposes and benefits, such as learning and even socializing with other whales, or to increase their mobility in their fins and tails. So some other whales that do kelping are beluga whales, humpback whales, killer whales or orcas, and even sperm whales will do kelping. These are the sources I use to conduct my research. The end.